Welcome everybody in. It's the Dega Pros Little Guys Series, Season 6, Week number 2, over here at John Ward Dega Pros. Man, we are excited to call this one on behalf of PGR eSports. We are just getting underway with qualifying here, and this should be one heck of a race. It looks like we're going to have quite a big field here for Week number 2 of the Little Guys Series, one of my favorite series on the weekly money racing circuit here. We will carry 3 onboards here tonight, one with Tyler Vickery, one with Jared Haynes, and one with Logan York, who's just loading in here now. We are going 40 laps here tonight in the Xfinity Series car, 40% fuel, no fast repairs, and 3 green-white checkers. Logan York was your winner in week number 1. He is locked into the championship race here in about 5 weeks. So Logan York sitting comfy, can just go for some money positions here tonight. Also help his teammates out. We have Team PGR, Team KSR, McCullough Motorsports. Man, we got Hyper Motorsports, a lot of teams here tonight showing some strong numbers here on a Monday night. Danny Barnes on the provisional pole right now. Chase Mastretta showing second. Bobby Forbes third, but quite a few guys still left to qualify here at Talladega Superspeedway, the 2.66 mile high bank track. We're going to be reaching speeds close to 200 miles an hour in the straightaways and look to go 3 and possibly 4 wide here tonight. We'll try to give you some more information here on the Little Guys Series. As right now, Logan York sits atop the point standings. Josh G. Ambroni second, Aubrey Thompson third, Chris Walker fourth, David Flanagan rounding out your top 5. We had 28 drivers score race points last week, and looks like we're going to have at least 28 drivers hopefully here tonight on the track. And we'll try to bring you some of those drivers here on track tonight. Here during qualifying, not much time left here to qualify. We'll be heading to the grid here shortly. Aubrey Thompson now on top of the board. Steve Sizemore jumps up here to second. And we are getting ready for a big weekend ahead. It is the PGR eSports SummerSlam 499, and it all begins on Saturday at 2 p.m. for the first prelim. There'll be 5 prelims followed by an LCQ. And the top 40 drivers out of that will head to the feature on Sunday at 1 o'clock p.m. And we are looking forward to that. It'll be $1,000 to the winner, a championship belt, and over 100 drivers right now already registered and looking for more. Hoping to get about 125, 150 drivers here on Saturday. And it's going to be a long day of racing. It's going to be intense, and we are looking forward to that. But tonight it'll start here with the Dega Pro Little Guy Series, and looking at the driver field here tonight, a lot of these drivers are locked in to that preliminary field here on Saturday for the SummerSlam. So a good preview here tonight with the same track and the same car combination. As you see Trevin Astronaut there pop up on the screen, he'll also be carrying an onboard camera here tonight. Having a few technical difficulties here getting the screen ready here for everybody tonight. So bear with me. That's kind of what I'm working on right now. as we hope to look to go grid here shortly. Still just trying to figure out what is going on with my cameras. Was trying to bring you guys some qualifying here, and we'll bring up that scoring tower as we have it for qualifying right now. Man, David Sheets, Joe Horta, Evan Carlbon, Steve Sizemore, Mark Vondell, Chris Walker, Danny Barnes, Adam Young. They're going to round out your top 10 right now. And we will bring up the starting positions as soon as qualifying ends. And Richard Elliott to the top of the board now in the 02 with a 53.80. Right behind him, Aubrey Thompson with a 53.81. Logan York jumps up to the board. He's now in third. And we have a lot of close qualifying times here tonight looking at the timing pylon. And it is very close here in your top 10. But right now, Richard Elliott looking to hang on and grab the pole position here tonight. As a past champion of this series, I could tell you what, the action is packed. It is fierce. And all these guys tonight vying to lock themselves into the championship race along with Logan York, who was your week 1 winner a week ago. And did a great job coming all the way back through the field to get to P1 last week, holding everyone off there on the last lap. And we had some carnage. We had some cars on pit road, had to go to the garage and take an early night off, and hopefully tonight we can go green and get to some green flag stops here. As with that 40% fuel, we would hope to see a green flag stop or two here tonight and let these drivers race it out on the track. Jared Haynes getting locked and loaded. You see him right there on your screen, strapped in, ready to go here at Talladega. As we are set to grid here. Tyler Vickery as well for Team PGR, getting ready, communicating with his teammates. The race strategy here tonight, you know, unfortunately Team PGR has some champions in this. Myself, JR Miller, Mike Davenport. That's 3 drivers already not able to race in this race. Nash Brambilla making the move to Las Vegas from Minnesota. So he is not yet set up and ready to race. So Team PGR with 4 drivers in this race tonight. Brock Westmoreland, John Darnell, Nathan Rostasil, and Tyler Vickery. KSR, Trevin Astronaut, Chris Walker, Joe Horta here tonight. Hyper Motorsports, it looks like Danny Barnes and Heath Joe, Bobby Forbes. It looked like Steve Sizemore is running with Josh McCullough and Chris Carter. McCullough Motorsports, you got David Sheets, Mark Vondell, Ron Morris Jr. Logan York's got a strong team here tonight. His teammates Josh Giambroni, Tucker McClendon, and Chase Mastretta. So heavy on the teams here tonight. You see a couple more drivers there. Joe Horta also carrying a onboard camera. And he is getting locked and loaded as well. As we will bring you our grid here tonight. There is your pole sitter. That is going to be Richard Elliott in the 02 for BAR Racing from Little River Academy. And here are your qualifying results here tonight. Richard Elliott will lead them to green with Aubrey Thompson on the front row. Second row here tonight will be Logan York and David Sheets. Ron Morris Jr., he'll start in 5th with Joe Horta of KSR in 6th. Evan Carlbon will start in 7th. Steve Sizemore in 8th. Mark Vondell will start in 9th. Chris Walker rounds out your top 10. Danny Barnes, he'll start in 11th for Hyper Motorsports. Adam Young will start in 12th position here tonight. John Darnell III will start in 13th. Sean Corbett 14th. Chase Mastretta 15th. Jared Haynes for One Stop Motorsports, he will start in 16th position. David Flanagan will start in 17th. Josh G. Ambroni, he will start in the 18th position here tonight. Starting number 19th will be Christopher Carter, and starting 20th will be Brock Westmoreland. Starting 21st here tonight will be Jonathan Herbert, and for Team PGR, starting 22nd will be Nathan Rossisill. Starting 23rd will be Bobby Forbes for Hyper Motorsports, and the Team Jack Shack KSR of Trevin Astronaut. He'll start 24th. We're going to skip John Ward. He is your race control, and we'll skip myself up here in the broadcast tower. And we'll go to Josh McCullough, who will be starting 25th here tonight. Starting 26th will be Heath Job. Starting 27th will be Aiden Kirk. Starting 28th, Tyler Vickery. Starting 29th, Brandon Smith. Starting 30th here tonight will be Justin Carter. Starting 31st, Tucker McClendon. And rounding out your field will be Tara Wilson, starting in the 32nd position. So 32 drivers here on track tonight, as the pace truck is on track leading Richard Elliott and Aubrey Thompson down here to the green flag tonight. Our chat is already full with Tara Darnell. Let's go, Darnell, number 99. I love you, honey, so much. Forever and always, your wifey. And I believe John Darnell is recently married, so congrats to Team PGR's John Darnell on his recent marriage here. Tucker McClendon in the race here tonight. Venom Chase. They all want Logan's cam, and we will get to Logan's cam, and might as well bring it up right here, right now. There you see Logan York. Logan York, last week's winner. You see him right there in the O2 Xfinity machine, getting ready to try to see if he can go back-to-back here in the Little Guy Series. And we'll hope to see if we can get a word with him later tonight. And I'll tell you what, it wouldn't be surprising to see him back, not only in victory lane, but at least in the podium positions here tonight. Devin Ray getting alive and ready to cheer on the Jack Shack and his teammates here tonight. You see them in the black and white and yellow cars. The pace truck is pulled off, and we are going to get set to go green here at Talladega Superspeedway. Richard Elliott, the O2 from BAR. His teammate, the 69 of Aubrey Thompson, leads them down here to the Geico Restart Zone for the Little Guys Series, week number 2, season 6. We are racing here at Talladega Superspeedway. Richard Elliott is side by side with teammate Aubrey Thompson. One lap complete here at Talladega Superspeedway. It goes to Richard Elliott. Already 3 wide. Here comes JSR to Jack Shack on the move up here on the top lane. They're going to be a little bit out of your picture right now. Here comes that one car of Joe Horta. His teammate Trevin Astronaut in tow behind him as we stay 2 by 2 up front. Logan York, last week's winner, to the point here on the bottom, getting pushed by Ron Morris Jr. And we have a lot of action here. Just 1 lap in here tonight of 40. Man, this is going to be one heck of a race if it's already this much action early. Team McCullough Motorsports, they are on the move as well with Ron Morris Jr., David Sheets. Man, I'm already excited to call this one. You see a little smoke here in the tri-oval. And that lap's going to go to Richard Elliott as well. The BAR connection here on the top is working here early. That's going to be David Sheets just just peeping his front end out here to the 3rd lane, but nothing doing right now. Everyone's piled back 2 by 2. You see what's over there carrying red, white, and blue, and the Trump colors here. Richard Elliott's going to clear on down to the bottom side, and Logan York's going to be pushing him here. And we stay 2 by 2 all the way through right now. get some word with some of these drivers here tonight. Jared Haynes, one of them, here up on the wheel early. Richard Elliott, Logan York, right now swapping positions, keeping those temps cool on the cars behind them here in the draft. Right now, everybody content with riding around to see who decides to go 3. It looks like Brock Westmoreland might make that move. There goes Brock Westmoreland. Team PGR, he's going to file back. There's the 88 of Nathan Rostisell behind him. You got John Darnell, so Team PGR here just biding their time. They do have some numbers again as John Darnell is back racing here on the Super Speedways. We'll take you on the drone cam. You'll get a good look of all the rear ends of these cars in the draft, how much they move around. I'll tell you what, it looks a lot easier. So easier said than done to be in this draft, moving around. You see 02, he's going to go to the top, but Aubrey Thompson wants nothing to do with it. He's going to go to the 3rd lane. It's a race up here as we are now 3 wide. There goes GM Brony in this 00. He's going to get to the back of Thompson, gets him loose just a little bit. 3 wide racing is here. I'm not sure if Aubrey Thompson just wasn't sure if he was going to get in the back of the 02, or if it was a late block by the 02. Aubrey Thompson wanted nothing to do with it. He's going to jump 3. And right now they're going to go back just a little bit, but we'll see if those 2 cars can make their way back up to the front here. 02 of Richard Elliott. He's going to clear to the bottom. So we are 3 wide. Tucker McClendon a little bit farther back. He's going to jump out 3, and he'll see if he can get up there with GM Brony, his teammate. Because right now business is picked up on lap number 6. Richard Elliott's going to clear up to the top. That's going to open up the door for the 24 of Ron Morris Jr. And don't forget Ron Morris Jr., the owner of RMR. And Tuesday Night Thunder will come back the first week of August. Your past champion this past year was Garrett Maines. Came down to the last lap between myself and Matthew Baker. Jeffrey Burke finishing 4th in the championship. And what a playoff it was. High intense racing in RMR. We invite everybody to come out on Tuesday nights beginning in August. The best money leagues out there. As you see Logan York being very aggressive here early. Aubrey Thompson, though, he's going to clear to the middle. Great push from Josh Giambroni now. And Aubrey Thompson here, he leads the middle. Giambroni now leads the top. We are neck and neck, 3 wide, about 2 rows deep here in the front. Logan York going to clear to the middle. Opens up the door again for Ron Morris Jr. I'll tell you what, Logan York is getting a handful of that 69 of Aubrey Thompson. Giambroni getting a nice nudge here by that Tennessee Volunteer machine of Tucker McClendon. Here comes the 22. And what a heck of a race right now. Adam Young trying to get in the mix here. As you see him try to get to the back end of Tucker McClendon. The 71 machine here of Evan Carlbon. And we have a wreck here in the Trioval. And we have a big wreck here in the Trioval early. And we're going to have to go back and see exactly what happened here. Might have happened, started mid-pack. As we are going to look to find that replay here. We'll try to get up in the Goodyear blimp. I think this is where it's going to start. Right there with Aubrey Thompson and Richard Elliott. Into Giambroni. Tucker McClendon with damage as well. I'll tell you what, Aubrey Thompson was looking fast here early. There's no fast repairs here tonight. Richard Elliott, man, I'll tell you what, more bad luck for him. His entire front end has ripped off his machine. Looks like the 88 of Nathan Rostisell is going to get through. We're gonna go back on that one more time and see what we could see from Richard Elliott. He'll probably give us the best vantage point here. We'll get into a little chopper mode and we'll go in slow motion here. Aubrey Thompson, he was to the back of Logan York. He's going to drift up a little bit, come back down. It looks like, oh, there's the problem right there. And we'll back that up one more time for you. But Aubrey's going to just kind of drift up the track a little bit. Might have had a little bit of a tunnel vision there following Logan York. And probably didn't see that third lane. Giambroni probably should have went up a little bit higher to avoid getting into the back quarter panel of the 69. And he's going to turn the 69. And that's going to take out Richard Elliott. A little bit of right side damage there for Giambroni. You see the 4, Brock Westmoreland, the 80 of Rossisill, John Darnell. They're all going to get through here on the bottom. But bad luck for Elliott, as he's going to get the worst of this one as we go back live here. And it looks like Josh Giambroni, as of right now, will be scored in first, but he's got a lot of damage here on the right side of his Ford. So we'll have to see how the scoring ends up taking place here. Well, while we have a second, we'll see if we can get a word with one of our drivers here tonight. Jared Haynes not in the Discord here tonight, so we'll have to move on from him, unfortunately. Would have been nice to get a word with that man right there, because that's one heck of a rig you see on his camera. And we'll bring up Joe Horta of the Jack Shack here and get a word with him. We are lap 9 of 40 here tonight, under caution for the first time. As we will look to bring in the one car from JSR. Joe Horter, you got a copy? Well, bud, I'll tell you what, man, it's a good night to be out here on track tonight. Strong field here in the Dega Pro Little Guy Series. We got you on webcam right now, and looks like the Jack Shack here tonight is ready to move on up front here. What's your guys' plan here tonight? Saw the first caution, luckily for you guys. Doesn't look like any of you got into it. Well, Joe, you guys only have 40% fuel here tonight. Could you maybe tell our viewers how many laps do you guys estimate you can run on a green flag run in case we do get to a green flag pit stop here tonight? Well, Joe, before we let you go, we do have a big race this weekend. It's the SummerSlam 499. You are entered into that race, man. Are you doing any prep? You getting excited, getting nervous? How are you going to approach those prelims on Saturday? It's going to be pretty intense racing all around. All right, Joe, we'll let you get back to going green, bud. Hopefully we're talking to you later in Victory Lane. Joe Horta, Team Jack Shack, as we get ready to go back green. It's Evan Carlbon, David Sheets. They're going to lead them down here for the second time tonight as we get to the Geico restart zone. And we are back green here at Talladega Superspeedway. I'll tell you what, one thing about Carl Bond, he has won a couple of the PGR eSport recruitment races for the SummerSlam 499. So I'll tell you what, he's used to this car, he's used to this track. It's a little bit elevated competition for him here tonight, but he can get it done. And it's no surprise that 71 machine is up there right now. There you see the 11 now. The 11 of Chase Mistretta pushing that 06 of David Sheets to the lead. Mistretta, Sheets here in the front. Ron Morris Jr. again. A heavy push here to Mistretta. The 08 machine now. He's getting up here right now. I'll tell you, I believe that is Brandon Smith. So Brandon Smith there in the Nerds car. He's third in line on the top. I'm having to get used to some of these new names in the series. We have quite a few new names over the last couple weeks. And that's a great sight to see. And trying to push all these guys in these races to this little guy series. And it's nice to see some new drivers here tonight. Brandon Smith being one of them. A little bit farther back, it's Justin Carter. He's running in the 8th position right now. You see him in the Sweet Tarts. And I'll tell you what, he's probably teammates with him. Is he going to get up? It's a little bit late block. Oh, my God. Almost big crash there right now, right there with the 22 of Adam Young. But those two cars right there getting linked up. And those two teammates looking to go to the front in the 08 and the 88. Vying for position here. Ron Morris Jr., they're going to catch his back end here and see if they can push him all the way to the front. But Chase Mistretta now here on point at the 11 Budweiser machine. I'll tell you what, you go back in the day with Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 8 Budweiser machine. All these fans here have seen a lot of that red and black machine up front, Talladega Superspeedway, and it's nice to see those colors leading here as Nathan Ross is still in the 88. He's going to go to the middle. He's going to get no help. He's going to get split. He is in no man's land right now for Team PGR. And man, that is brutal for him as the 24 is going to go around. But the 24 will clear to the bottom. And I'll tell you what, we are getting frisky here at the front. These two teammates right now, better be careful, Smith and Carter. And they're making a little bit late moves here on the front of this field. I know they're trying to stay together, but the last thing you want to do is junk up the field here. Nathan Rossesville, he's going to fall back into third in line here at the top. As you see, Ron Morris Jr. in the 24 machine from Columbia, South Carolina. He is going to take the lead here on the middle lane. And these guys came to race tonight, I'll tell you that. They all want to get to the front and lead laps. Here is the 14 of David Flanagan now. His first time up here in the top 4. And it's nice to see a bunch of guys coming up here and leading laps in the little guy series here tonight. 14 laps in of 40. Getting close to halfway here tonight. We're hoping we could go green and get to a green flag stop. We'll bring up the track map for all our viewers. I have some cars definitely off the pace, some on pit road, still fixing damage for the first wreck of the night. There goes Chase Mistretta. They're going to split the 24. 24 now is knowing the draft width. And there we go. There is the wreck. And I kind of knew that was coming. Brandon Smith. And these guys just, I don't know if it's the experience, but you need experience to run up front with these guys here on the super speedways. And I practically called that one just kind of watching them race. And we'll have to take you guys back here. So it started that wreck. And these two teammates just being overly aggressive here early, unfortunately for them. And unfortunately for some other innocent bystanders here in this race. We'll get to the chopper cam. And we'll put it in slow motion. You see Nathan Rossesville behind the 08. The 08's going to come down the track just a little bit. Come back up. No harm, no foul there with Ron Morris. I'll tell you what. He's going to come down here. He's clear. He's plenty clear, but he's going to clear all the way to the bottom. And that's where the mistake's going to be. And I'm not sure if he just didn't see Chase Mistretta down there on the bottom, but he was clear of the 24. The 88 nearly hooked the 08 right here with an offset push. He's clear here, and he could stay there, but he's going to come all the way down, get into the right side of the 11. That's going to send him back up the track into Nathan Rossesville. That's going to probably end his night, both of their nights. John Darnell involved. He's got massive front end damage. So all the damage right there to the 99, the 08, and the 88. And just a little bit raw right there is the 08 here in the Super Speedway money racing scene. And you'll learn really quick on what to do and what not to do. And he was not clear to the bottom lane, but that'll bring out our second caution here tonight. As Chase Mistretta is going to lead them around. 25 laps to go here. And that is your second caution of the night. And we will see if we can bring in another driver. And this one being last week's winner, Logan York. Last week's winner, Logan York. You got a copy? You got a copy, bud? All right, man. Well, we got last week's winner here, Logan York, and I'll tell you what, man. I'm not sure if you saw what happened there or what everyone's saying, but we had the guy go from the third lane all the way to the bottom of the track, thought he was clear and did not, and got on the side of Chase Mistretta, which sent him up the track, and unfortunately for him, his night's going to be over. But looks like you're kind of just hanging around right now, which you kind of tend to do before you make your move, and we're looking forward to that O2 getting to the front soon. Is that your plan? It is a beautiful day, and I'll tell you what, you got a strong team, and a strong team it might get it done here tonight. Are you trying to get the win, or are you trying to maybe, help one of your teammates get the win? What's your thought process behind that? Is it something important to you to get your teammate the win, or when the last lap comes, is something, it's all hands on deck there for you to get the win? Well, we'll hope to see you back up here later tonight. Wouldn't be surprised if we're talking to you after the race. I appreciate talking to you, bud. Good luck the rest of the way. That is your winner from last week, Logan York. We're going to drag him back down to his teammates as we get set to go back green here for the third time tonight. Chase Mistretta being scored in the first position. And we will take you through the field, starting with Chase Mistretta in the 11, Ron Morris Jr. in second, David Flanagan in the 14, he's in third. Sean Corbett, here he is into the top 5 from Wilmington, North Carolina. As Jonathan Herbert as well, here he comes in the 87 machine. Christopher Carter and Steve Sizemore as well, they're flipping spots just a little bit, so sometimes the scoring monitor is off. Logan York, we just spoke with him. A little bit farther back, Jared Haynes as well, Tyler Vickery of Team PGR, and Adam Young. You see him there on the top side. Brock Westmoreland, haven't called out his name much yet here tonight, but I'm sure he'll be a factor before it's all said and done. Danny Barnes behind him for Hyper Motorsports from Owasso, Oklahoma. Heath Job, a lot of bad luck for him lately, but one guy I'd love to see it get it done here tonight would be Heath Job in the 760 for Hyper Motorsports. Chris Walker behind him for Jack Shack, and Bobby Forbes for Hyper Motorsports just behind him. Tucker McClendon always sporting that orange Tennessee Volunteer. As we get back to go green here with Chase Mistretta, Ron Morris Jr. leading them down to the Geico restart zone as we get back to green flag racing for the third time here tonight at Talladega Superspeedway. My apologies for some reason. Having some difficulties here tonight with the sound, and hopefully to get that corrected for you guys here. As we are back green right now, David Flanagan here out front with Ron Morris Jr. Here comes the 87 of Jonathan Herbert. Great run for him. Sean Corbett here in the 45. He's looking for more, as is the 8 of Steve Sizemore. I'll tell you what, we have had player after player after player here tonight. And it is just a circle up here at the front, just from one to the next. No one wants to just stay in the lead and stay up front here in the Little Guys Series tonight. And that's what we like to see, a lot of action, a lot of different faces, a lot of lead changes, and that's what we're getting. Here comes Corbett, though, on the top. The 8 giving him a shot down the backstretch here. Sean Corbett to the point here at Talladega. Here comes that 25. That's Christopher Carter here on the high side. Jared Haynes, a spot behind him. And like I said, it's just like we just flipped from the front to the back. One mainstay here tonight has been the 24 of Ron Morris Jr. There goes the 8 to the third lane. The 8 of Steve Sizemore getting a great push here from Christopher Carter. I'll tell you what, 3 wide. They're looking for more here on the top. Flanagan, he's going to go all the way to the middle. He's going to look to go to the lead. Here comes Corbett here in the middle to push him to the front. Jared Haynes here in the middle as well. And the race is really picked up here right now with 21 laps to go as we're near halfway in this race. And third lane doing an excellent job. Even with 2 cars here tonight, they are able to stay neck and neck almost with your leaders, at least with that middle lane. They're not losing any ground. And as soon as they get a third, I'll tell you what, they go right to the front. There goes Ron Morris Jr. He's going to clear it to the middle. Great move here by him. Got a blinker here that looks like it's the 124 of Tyler Vickery. And he comes to the front with his teammate Brock Westmoreland. Let's see if we could get a good vantage point from the cockpit of that 4 car of Brock Westmoreland. So you can see out of the windshield and see what it's like to drive one of these Xfinity cars here in the draft. I'll tell you what, there's a great shot. Oftentimes when you're on that straightaway, you're looking at the back end of a car. You cannot see right or left of that car, just or straight ahead is what I'm trying to say. And you have no idea a lot of times if somebody's getting turned or if the wreck's starting. You'll see smoke, you'll hear wrecking, and you'll have to make a move really quick to avoid that wreck. And a great shot right here as the middle is opened up for Brock, and it looks like he's going to go to the third. He does. He's going to go to the third with his teammate Tyler Vickery right now. He's going to get a big run here into turn number 1. And they are riding that wall here at Talladega. He's going to look to go back to the middle. So teammates side by side here. We are 3 wide, 3-4 cars deep. We get an awesome shot here of all the banking here in these turns. About 36, 33, I believe, degrees of banking. As David Flanagan right now in his 4 doing a great job. Sean Corbett a little bit wobbly behind him. And David Flanagan will lead this lap just over the 24 of Ron Morris Jr. Steve Sizemore doing a great job here on top with just 1 pusher in the 25 machine of Christopher Carter. Jared Haynes now pushing the 24. Brock Westmoreland made the right move to get to the middle. There goes his PGR teammate dropping back a little bit. And Tyler Vickery. Aiden Kirk and Joshua McCullough did not start tonight's race. So we do have 30 drivers in this field right now. David Sheets, Evan Carlbun, Justin L. Carter, Brandon Smith, a lot of damage for them. Terry Wilson as well as John Darnell, Nathan Rossisill, and Richard Elliott. 22 cars here on the lead lap, with Tucker McClendon being the last of those at the tail end of this line. So 22 cars right now still have a shot at winning week 2 of the Little Guys Series. And one person we haven't talked a lot about tonight, it's the Jack Shack, Trevin Ashfordov. And I'll tell you what, he is chilling right now. Looks like an easy drive, an easy stroll in the park for him. As Jack Shack right now kind of just hanging out in the back. Wouldn't be surprised if we see Joe Horta, Trevin Astronaut, and Chris Walker start to make their move up to the front. But they could also be thinking about a long green flag run and possibly a green flag pit stop here tonight, which is something we would like to see. You see Richard Elliott back there had some bad luck here early. Looks like he has some damage fixed. A little bit more here in the mid-pack. We'll show you Adam Young in the 22 Ford. So right now, everyone taking it easy here mid-pack. They're going to form a straight line. Here comes a second pack here, led by the 02 of Logan York and his teammate Tucker McClendon. And Chase Mastretta now, and it looks like Heath Job. He's gonna go middle. Smart move there by the 760 Heath Job. He wants to get to the front now. And Logan York, a great pusher, looks to get Heath Job all the way up to the front, gaining positions right now. There's that 760. As there's 3 cars here in the middle up front, trying to get to Brock Westman. I'll tell you what, they're coming in a hurry up to the front. The 8 looks like he was going to jump out, but he has no room to do so. Are they going to go 3? Oh, will Logan go with them? He goes with Job. Here goes Heath Job to the 3rd. Getting pushed by Logan York. Heath Job all the way to the front, side by side with your race leader, Ron Morris Jr. We're back to 3 wide racing. Here comes Tucker McClendon. Chase Mastretta. All 3 of these machines from the back to the front. Heath Job made a great move to get to the middle and then all the way to the top, trusting Logan York as he's going to now fall back to the middle, leaving Heath Job out to dry. Is somebody going to go out and catch Heath Job? It looks like his Hyper Motorsport teammate Will of Bobby Forbes. Not something Heath Job wanted to see, man. Logan York used him up, got him to the front, got back down with his teammate, and unfortunately for Heath Job, he's going to lose some positions there. Logan York's going to probably think better to go to the middle now because Heath Job's not going to want to push him to the front. David Flanagan still leads with Ron Morris Jr., Sean Corbett, and Jonathan Herbert. Heath Job still hanging in there on the high side. Business is picking up. As laps tick up, we will get closer and closer to what will be a green flag stop. Devin Ray in the chat, active as always, and we have a wreck. There goes Brock Westmoreland. Tucker McClendon. Man, Tyler Vickery on the pit road. He's going to have a penalty. So is the 00. See Tucker McClendon there in the infield. So it looked like Logan York's going to get through that. Richard Elliott as well here in the back. He is fine. Tyler Vickery coming off pit road. He's going to have to serve a penalty no matter what. Unfortunate for him. Looks like Jack Shack is okay riding in the back. We won't have any green flag stops here tonight. Sean Corbett's being scored as your race leader. We'll have to take you back to that caution flag. And I know Brock Westmoreland was definitely in it. And we'll try to get a chopper angle here to see what happened. It looks like Bobby Forbes is going to come down the track just a little bit. Netcode into the 4. Forbes is going to get into the 760, turn him down the track. Looks like Heath Job maybe made a save, and he will not. Mark Vondell is going to crash into the side of Heath Job. And, man, just when Heath Job gets to the front, more bad luck for him. We'll rewind it back one more time and show everyone what we mean by netcode. And you'll see it here. As that 5 car comes down ever so slightly here on the 4, they will not touch, but netcode will send the 4 around and up the track into the 760. And that's going to bring out yet another caution here tonight and end the night probably for Heath Job, Mark Vondell, and probably Tucker McClendon. Brock Westmoreland looks like he'll be able to come to pit road and take some damage repair. And that is what he is doing right now, as pit lane is busy. Getting fuel, getting tires. And this could be their last stop of the night. Sean Corbett right there. He was your race leader. We'll have to see if he will lead him off. He does. Flanagan will be second. Ron Morris Jr. third. And that's your third caution here tonight. And with that, we will take a quick commercial break here on the PGR eSports Network.
Green flag is in the air. We are racing. Three by three. Almost all trouble around goes Alex Hill. On into the outside wall goes Hill. They're wrecking big time out back. We're not going to throw a caution. Who gets it in the line? Cody Nagels wins it at Talladega.
Back here live at Talladega Superspeedway, it's Sean Corbett leading the field here with 12 laps to go. It'll be 11 laps to go here at the line. We'll go back green with 10 laps to go. And we started out with 40 here tonight. Third caution of the night. We'll get a look at Jared Haynes and Tyler Vickery. I'll tell you what, business is going to pick up when we go back green, as all the cars will now double file in their respective spots. And the time is now for all these drivers to make their move to the front, and we are going to see some impatient drivers. And I'm expecting Team Jack Shack to come from the mid-pack here right now. They've been kind of sitting in the weeds all night, and look for those three drivers to hit the third lane and go right to the front. Trevor Astronaut, if you see him, I'll tell you what, he's ready to get up on that wheel. It's been a chill night so far for him, but looks like he's getting a little break in action here. Might be having a little snack. And that, probably putting in a Zin. Something like that. There's Trev. As the pace truck is going to lead them around here again. We will go green for the fourth time here tonight. And here we go. Sean Corbett and David Flanagan going to lead them down. Ron Morris Jr., Steve Sizemore Hungary right behind them. Jared Haynes, Christopher Carter, they'll round out your top six. As the 45 ready to get on the gas here in the Tri-Oval and in the Geico restart zone. And for the fourth time tonight, we will bring these engines up to song as we are back green here at Talladega Superspeedway, and we'll have 10 laps to go and we hit the line. We are already fanning out three wide. There goes Chris Walker and Team Jack Shack. I told you they're going to be going three, and they're going three here early. Wait for his teammates to come to him. He will have help here shortly. And there they come, right here on the top. If they can get all three of them. One is stuck on the bottom, and the one is Joe Horta. But right now up front, there goes Steve Sizemore. Is he going to go third? No, he's going to pop back down. Oh, and we have the 25. They're both going to go out. That's going to leave, oh no, that's going to leave David Flanagan all by himself until the 87 of Jonathan Herbert can get up to him. Steve Sizemore now leading the top, doing an impressive job here tonight so far. He's going to lead that 25 here on the top lane. Team Jack Shack right now, they're going to need some help. They're going to need the one of Joe Hoare to get up to help them, but right now he is stuck buried here on the bottom. Ron Morris Jr. now, he is going to lead. He's going to clear all the way down into first here. Jared Haynes now to the point in the middle. Jared Haynes, he's been hovering all night long here in the top 5, top 10, and now he's going to get a little breathing room here out front as he leads David Flanagan here in this middle lane. Steve Sizemore leading that top lane. Can he get a good push here from the 25 machine? We'll have to see. But 3 wide, and business is picking up here at Talladega. 9 laps to go. What a great time to show you Jared Haynes. He is up on that wheel, intense as ever. 2 hands, and he is now second here in the middle. Ron Morris Jr. now jumped up to the top, so he's going to try to push that 24 clear to the bottom and get his temps back right now so he doesn't overheat. 3 wide, way in the back now. 2 wide here up front. We have a drag race down the backstretch between the 45 and the 24 machine. Chase Mastretta doing a great job from starting in the rear and coming all the way back up to the front in the 11. David Flanagan still here in the top 5. Adam Young now, he is coming. He is third in line on the bottom, looking for more. David Sheets. Nope, not David Sheets. That's going to look, I believe that's the 87. That's going to be Jonathan Herbert now. He's fourth in line here on the top. And Aubrey Thompson now all the way back. Oh, and we're going to have a wreck here in the back. That looks like damage to Sizemore. And man, he would have had a great run, but a lot of rear end damage for Steve Sizemore. Man, I am bummed out for him as he has been on the wheel and up front here for most of the night. And we take you back here in the tri-oval to see exactly what happened here with Steve Sizemore. There you see, looks like Richard Elliott going to go to the top, and it might be more net code. That is not something we want to see happen here. And that's what it's going to be. More net code here between the 02 and the 8. That's going to send the 8 into the wall, the 02 as well. Tyler Vickery heavy on the brakes. What a great job by Tyler Vickery, man. And we'll have to go to his onboard, because that's going to be one heck of an onboard camera, that one. And what great driving there by Tyler Vickery. We're going to rewind this one and show you in real time what he saw, because I'll tell you what, he got on those brakes and did an excellent job not getting in the back of Richard Elliott. I mean, what a job there by Tyler Vickery. Let's pull up his speed. I mean, running here in the tri-oval, going that fast, and being able to get on the brakes the way he did. What an excellent job here by Tyler Vickery. Show this one more time. I mean, unbelievable car control, unbelievable braking. And that saves the night for the 124. Man, we'll have to get a word with him, because that was just a great way to save his race car here tonight. He might be on pit lane. Well, he is not. He is actually going to stay out here. As we'll try to get a word with the man himself, Tyler Vickery. Tyler Vickery, you got a copy, bud? Tyler Vickery, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, I hope everyone hears you. We had some issues with the sound earlier, hoping it's all back. We'll have to see in the chat if they do in fact hear you. Hopefully they do. But I'll tell you what, man, we just watched the onboard of that, and if I've ever seen probably some of the best braking and car control I have ever seen at those speeds, that was it right there.
Yeah, I feel bad for Steve because I was literally shoving Richard Elliott as hard as I could because I mean, with everything that happened earlier and going into pit roads to avoid that other incident, I just wanted to get back up front at that point. So, kind of glad I have that car control because all the stuff I've done at New Smyrna kind of helped too a little bit. So,
Well, I'll tell you what, it had to. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I mean, we watched it in real time a couple times from your cockpit, and I mean, just going that fast, and you had two cars in front of you, barely could see the wreck happen, and it was just another net code, probably the second unfortunate net code of the night, and not something we want to see heading into the SummerSlam this weekend. But hey, net
nah.
code's pretty bad here in the Xfinity series.
Yeah, especially if you touch him the wrong way. I mean, I like to just push him right down in the middle. I mean, I was trying to work with Brock, trying to get back up to Brock. With me having the EOL earlier from going through the pits to avoid everything, I've got full fuel at this point, so I'm already I told Brock and them, I said I'm gonna try to go 3 if I can, and at least then if someone wants to push me, I'm gonna be able to shove them as much. They can shove me as much as they want because I won't have to worry about fuel. So it's just trying to time it now and hopefully continue having some luck on saving it because I mean I kind of need it anyways for when I run the 4-cylinders at New Smyrna when I finally get the chance. I still got to give shout out to Dustin, Higdon, Frank, and them. They're trying to work on getting my personal car back up and running. So trying to either find me another personal vehicle or something because the car I had before the motor died and it's been dead since October. So doing what I can to finally get a chance to race real life at New Smyrna with a 4-cylinder car. So got to give a shout out Frank Button and Dustin Higdon trying to help out as much as they can.
I'll tell you what, you're going to have 4 laps to go when we go back green here, and that's not going to be too many. I'm assuming you're going to be on it quick. Are you going to look to go to the 3rd or just kind of take the runs as they come?
Going to be methodical about it. My mom's already picking fun with me in the chat because of my stepdad. So yeah, because he's the one that taught me how to react as quickly as I can. It's just going to be probably reactionary. I'm going to try to jump up 3 if I can get some help. Trying not to pull a Logan York on side drafting real bad, but with these cars, I'm going to have to use some side draft if I'm all by myself, but hopefully with fresher tires compared to everyone else, we'll see.
All right, bud. Well, good luck here tonight. Hope to see you in victory lane. Good luck.
I know. Hopefully so, because then we can get PGR a win again.
And there you go. You heard it from Tyler Vickery. What a save by him. We're going to drag him back down with his teammates. And we're going to go back up front. Right now, being scored in first place is Ron Morris Jr. as we get ready to go back green here at Talladega Superspeedway with Ron Morris Jr. leading them down here. Sean Corbett to his outside in the Geico restart zone. And we are back green here at Talladega. 4 laps to go when we hit the line. The race is on for week number 2 of the Little Guys Series. Oh, Ron Morris Jr., is he going to go to the middle? No, he's not. He's going to stay down. Sean Corbett's going to file in behind him. Chase Mastretta now is going to lead the middle. Ron Morris Jr., I'll tell you what, he might be the favorite here tonight because he has been up front just about all night long there in that Trump Chevrolet machine. And right now we got company. Here comes Aubrey Thompson on the top. Ooh, Jared Haynes, he's going to make a great move. Jared Haynes now to the middle, getting pushed by Chase Mastretta. Business is picking up, and I'll tell you what, here we go. The race is on. We're going to have 3 laps to go when we do hit the line here. Aubrey Thompson getting a great push from Danny Barnes. There goes Jared Haynes. Jared Haynes all the way to the top. Chase Mastretta pushing him. They're going to leave the 24 out into the middle. Logan York's going to look to pick him up. Man, oh man, the race is on. A drag race right now between Corbett and Haynes. Oh, there's a wreck. Wreck here in the middle of the pack. They're wrecking all over. Ron Morris Jr., he's involved. Oh, the 87 involved as well. And that night for Ron Morris Jr. is going to come to an end. And that is not what we wanted to see, nor did he. With just 3 laps to go, Ron Morris Jr. most likely will end his campaign here tonight. as we take you back here to see what happened. There comes the 87. Not sure if he was clear or saw Ron Morris Jr. there. The 87, Jonathan Herbert. Back it up a little bit more. I'll back it up right here. We'll kind of see what happened here. You see Ron Morris Jr. there in the middle. As everyone behind him jumped out on him a little bit. Kind of in no man's land. Going to get picked up here by the 02 of Logan York. Offset a little bit there on the top is Herbert. And we'll have to see if he just kind of follows the 7 and 11 down here and didn't see the 24. 24 is going to get a shove right there from the 02 of Logan York. You see Adam Young there on the bottom of the track. And this is where things get a little bit hairy here for the 87 and the 24. We're going to get just past the start-finish line. And as we get closer and closer to turn number 1, it looks like the 7 and the 11 are just going to go back to the middle. And the 87 is just following them. It could be another little tunnel vision thing. And he was not clear of that 24. 24 had position. He's going to turn the 87 down the track. And they're going to get into Young, unfortunately, as well. Heavy damage for the 22, 87, and 24. Tucker McClendon, again, he just can't buy a break here tonight. That's going to send the 24 back up the track. Ooh, a little bit of damage there for, it looks like it was Walker. David Sheets in it. Giambroni in it. Forbes heavy on the brakes. Looks like he's going to be all clear. Unfortunate for Ron Morris Jr. Might have jinxed him there, saying he was the favorite here at the end. He is still on the track. Don't count him out yet. Hopefully he's able to fix his damage, somehow get back to the front, because a lot of wrecked race cars here tonight. You're not going to find yourself too far back here on a late restart. As we go back up front, looks like Jared Haynes is going to be leading them around. Man, I'd love to get an interview with Jared Haynes right now. A great job for him, and it would be awesome to see him get to the win here tonight. So Jared Haynes will lead Sean Corbett to green when we do go green, as we are going to be heading to probably the first green-white checkered attempt of 3 here tonight in the Dega Pros Little Guy Series. This is season number 6, race number 2 of 5. Yes, Brock is back in the mix for Team PGR. Davenport called that one. Brock Westmoreland now being scored in the 5th position. That's going to bring him back up with his teammate Tyler Vickery. So Team PGR all of a sudden has drivers number 5 and 6 in this field. But I'll tell you what, Jared Haynes, Sean Corbett, those guys are driving on a mission here tonight. And it's going to be hard to get around those two guys without putting a bumper to them, because they've been pretty stout here in the second part of this race. Chase Mistretta as well. At one point was in the back, came all the way back up here to the front. And don't forget that 1-4 of David Flanagan doing an excellent job as well here tonight. Any of these guys here in the top 4 would be a great win for them here tonight. And some big time momentum heading into PGR's SummerSlam this weekend. And I'm pretty sure a lot of these guys I see here in the top 10 are signed up, if not all of them, for SummerSlam. I mean, just going through almost this entire race list, practically every driver in this field is signed up for the SummerSlam 499. And that'll come to you on Saturday, starting at 2 p.m. with qualifying for the first preliminary. And that first preliminary is going to set the pole sitter for Sunday's feature. So the race winner gets $100 and will sit on the pole for Sunday's feature of the SummerSlam 499. And I'll tell you what, that money's great. Everyone wants to win the $1,000 guaranteed money. But that strap is sexy. That white championship belt, that would look nice around anyone's waist, somewhere on their shelf by their rig. And I am excited to see who's going to win that here this year. Alex Hill, your winner last year in the SummerSlam, but a little bit smaller scale than we're doing it this year. Looking forward to seeing how many entries we're going to end up with. I believe we're at 104 and counting. Hoping to get a $1.25 to a $1.50 if possible. We'll need quite a bit of entries here in the last couple days. Last day to register is Wednesday by 11:59 p.m. So if you're not registered yet for summer's biggest race, do so today on the PGR eSports website, pgresports.com. Make sure you follow the PGR eSports Discord. And you'll also have a link to Dega Pros. If you go to the Leagues We Broadcast page, you'll see a Dega Pros Discord link, and you'll be able to hop on in, Dega Pros, and join the Little Guys series, one of the best series out there, especially for some less experienced guys to the money racing scene. And that's not to say there's a lot of experience still left in this field, because once you win the championship here, you do graduate from it, but we still got a pretty talented field. And right now, the two talents up front are Jared Haynes, Sean Corbett. Here for the first green-white checker, the pace truck is going to peel on to pit road. And our fifth caution of the night will be lifted for the green flag. 2 laps to go when we hit the line. And that is if we hit the white. Jared Haynes now, as he enters the Geico restart zone, he chose the top position, will lead Sean Corbett. Great push from David Flanagan, and we are off with only 2 laps to go here at Talladega. Looking forward to seeing all the action here in the last 2 laps at Talladega. Jared Haynes leads David Flanagan and Sean Corbett. Who's going to jump out to the third? Teammates of PGR, they're side by side. Tyler Vickery's pushing hard in the chase with Stretta. Man, they almost stacked up. Here comes Jack Shaft, Chris Walker. He's on top. No help right now. He's got 2 teammates, but they're on the bottom. Huge push from David Flanagan. Is the 7 going to take it? He's way clear. Here comes Tyler Vickery. He's going to go out to the third. Is he going to get any help? Right now, he is not. Aubrey Thompson's going to stay in line. That might not be the move right there for Tyler Vickery. No takers here in the third. Chase Mistretta pushing that 14 of Flanagan hard. Jared Haynes is still going to lead. For some reason, he's not taking the bottom. He's going to stay here in the middle, and I'm not sure if that's going to be good because that 14's now heads clear. Is the 14 going to go down? He's got to be getting hot. 1 lap to go. Final lap here at Talladega Superspeedway. We are 2 by 2. Aubrey Thompson pushing Mistretta very hard here. Oh my God, the 7, he is just going to stay in the middle. Who's going to make the move to the bottom? There goes Mistretta. He made the move to the bottom. Oh, yes, he got it. Mistretta has it. He's now getting pushed by Aubrey Thompson. That could be the race-winning move. The 14 has to be running out of temps. Aubrey Thompson, man, I'll tell you what. He is being aggressive as aggressive can be. The 7 of Jared Haynes. He does not want to move from that spot. The 14 has to be getting hot. Will he blow? It remains to be seen. Right now, the 45, he gets loose. They're all squirrely. They're going to fan out Jared Haynes right now. He is your leader. Oh, no, and there goes the 11. There goes the 45, Jared Haynes, getting pushed by Flanagan. And Jared Haynes at the line is your winner here. Week number 2 of the Dega Pros Little Guy Series. What an excellent drive there by Jared Haynes in the 7. I'll tell you what, I was questioning his call to stay in the middle. Man, I've done that before and gotten burned. And I'll tell you what, he owes this one to David Flanagan, because that 14 did a heck of a job pushing him to the checkered flag here tonight. He was committed on that entire last lap. Man, he had so many opportunities to go down, but he's going to push that 7 car to victory lane. And I'll tell you what, they might be running with each other tonight, because I would have definitely made a move to the bottom if I were David Flanagan. But great move there by just sticking there and sticking to his guns and knowing David was going to push him here to the win. As Jared Haynes in victory lane, he's locked himself into the championship here at Dega Pros, burning them down for the crowd. Having some fun there on his cam. Great to see Jared Haynes in victory lane here tonight. David Flanagan also getting in on the action. And we're going to pull up our race results here for you, so those guys have some fun and burn it down. Jared Haynes, your winner for One Stop Motorsports. Still having some fun. David Flanagan in second here tonight. Logan York, man, another podium for him after his win last week. Aubrey Thompson, man, he was on that wheel the last few laps. Finishes in fourth. Danny Barnes for Hyper finishes in fifth. Brock Westmoreland, Team PGR, in sixth. Bobby Forbes in seventh. Trevin Ashburnout for Jack Shack in eighth. Joe Horta in ninth. Tyler Vickery will round out your top 10. Chris Walker tonight, he will finish in the 11th position with Christopher Carter in 12th, Josh Giambroni in 13th, Heath Job for Hyper in 14th, Tucker McClendon in 15th, Adam Young in 16th, Ron Morris Jr. in 17th, Jonathan Herbert in 18th, Sean Corbett, bad luck there at the end for him, in 19th, Chase Mistretta as well in 20th, Richard Elliott for BAR in 21st, and Mark Vondell in 22nd, Steve Sizemore, man, he was up there all night long. Sad to see him drop farther back due to a wreck, and he will finish in the 23rd position. Evan Carlbon in 24th. Nathan Rostasil in 25th. David Sheets finishes in 26th. Terry Wilson in 27th. Justin Carter in 28th. John Darnell in 29th. And rounding out your 30 driver field here tonight was Brandon Smith. So, wow, what a heck of a last few laps. Man, I just, crazy to me. Jared Haynes was able to hold the race lead from there and just get pushed by David Flanagan. I thought he was going to end up blowing his motor there, but he did not. Man, Tyler Vickery frustrated here tonight. Not too happy with his finish here in the Little Guys Series. Not too happy with Logan York. So some drama unfolding here post-race on pit road between York and Vickery. And that is racing, and man, we love it. So just a minute here. We're going to bring up your podium finishers here tonight, and we'll start with Logan York here. And we're going to go back to the checkered flag as we bring Logan York up here into the booth for the second time in 2 weeks.
Sorry.
Well, we are going to bring your third place finisher up to the booth. It's Logan York, and I tell you what, I told everyone here tonight we'd probably be talking to this man again, and here we are. Logan York, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you. What's up?
Well, unfortunately, I had some mess up on the audio earlier. No one heard our interview earlier, but we got you now. Everything's working. And, man, you took a win last week, and you come back week number 2 and get the podium. Tell us about it.
Yeah, unfortunately, my teammates got caught up in wrecks, so I was kind of on my own there in the front. I was just trying to do whatever I could. I tried to take as small of a space as I could where I felt comfortable not wrecking the field, and it just happened to work out in my favor there.
Yeah, it sure did, man. I'll tell you what, you're going to be dominating here in the points just 2 weeks in. Got 3 more weeks left of the regular season, and I'm assuming from here on out, you're going to try to get some of your teammates in there. I know we talked about that earlier, but our viewers couldn't hear it, and you had told me that that was kind of your goal going forward, and now with that win and this third place finish here tonight, what's it going to take to get your teammates a win?
Yeah, well, I think we don't really have to win. We just have to get enough points. I told Josh to stay out with all his damages so he could get some points from people that wreck on the last lap, which I think he got some more. Yeah, I finished top 15, so that's really all we need there. It is a good day overall for the team.
A very good day for the team, and I'll tell you what, we got a big race coming up here in a few days in the SummerSlam 499. How pumped up are you to race in the prelims, and how intense do you think the racing is going to be?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be pretty intense. I'm going to be pretty happy just to make the race, but if I get eliminated, it's fun just to participate. I think I have a chance to win, but yeah, well, it just depends on circumstances, man. Don't really have that much help. So if Josh and Tucker don't make it, and I'm on my own, then I'm just going to have to make some pretty crazy moves.
Well, before we let you go tonight, anyone you want to thank and or shout out?
Yeah, I want to thank my PBG teammates, Josh Giambroni and Tucker McClendon. I want to thank you guys for broadcasting. I want to thank John Moore for putting this race on. And that's it.
All right, well, Logan York, go celebrate your podium, bud, and we'll hope to talk to you again this weekend. Take care.
First, thank you.
That was your third place winner and your winner from last week. That's Logan York, and we're going to get a word with a gentleman that was runner-up here tonight, and that is David Flanagan in the, well, I believe 14 car here tonight. Dave, you got a copy?
I got a copy, Michael. How we doing tonight?
Oh, man, we are doing good. I was on the edge of my seat there on the last lap, and you'll have to walk me through that because I'm assuming you guys might have been teamed up. I'm not quite sure, but you were glued to the back bumper there of the 7 of Jared Haynes, and I kept saying, hey, somebody's got to clear down. You know, you got to be getting too hot. Hey, where were your temps at? And it looks like you were able to make it all the way to the finish line there.
Yeah, we've been coaching my butt up these past couple of weeks here. I saved my temps coming into the corners there. I backed off a little bit, so I had enough temps for that last lap and just stayed glued the whole time. Got a pretty bad shot from Aubie there at the end. That's why I doored Chase a little bit. And sorry about that, but at least it didn't go flying all the way down to the wall there. But yeah, it was a good finish. Shout out to Landon's grandfather. Landon couldn't make it because of his grandfather. You know, we're all praying for him. So shout out, buddy. Thanks for watching.
Well, I'll tell you what, you finished runner-up here tonight, and a great shout-out there to Landon Velicky, that is, for all our viewers watching. But finished second, and, you know, it's bittersweet sometimes to finish second, but I know you're going to want to get a win. You got 3 more weeks to do it. Hopefully, you can obviously probably just race your way in on points, but how important is getting that win here in the Little Guy Series to you?
I'd say it's pretty big, but, you know, at the end of the day, my teammate's Jared, and I from the get-go, I wouldn't leave him. So that's what happened. I pushed him to the win. I'll gladly take my second, and I know he would do the same if he was in the same position.
Well, absolutely. And before we let you go tonight, anyone you want to thank and or shout out?
Shout out Adam. He got a bad run there, but it's all right. Shout out OSM, BB, everybody, Devin, Landon, of course. You know, thanks for helping me out, teaching me up a little bit, and free Ethan. Thank you, Michael.
All right, you take care, buddy. You have a good night. Go celebrate.
All right, thank you, brother.
And that was your runner-up finisher here tonight. That was David Flanagan, and hyped up here tonight, pushing his teammate in Jared Haynes. A great push there on the last lap. Great job controlling his temperatures, not blowing his engine there, because I'll tell you what, he was pushing. He was pushing hard, and I'll tell you what, there's going to be no one happier right now than the next guy that we're going to bring up in here into the booth, and that is your Week 2 winner of the Dega Pros Little Guy Series Season 6, Jared Haynes. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, what a heck of a last lap, but I was, man, if you watch that broadcast back, I was like, man, he's got to go down, he's clear. Somebody else is going to go down, but you were committed to that middle lane. You were committed to the David Flanagan behind you, man. How'd you get it done here tonight? Because I'll tell you what, I didn't think it was going to work, but you pulled it off.
All teamwork, man. All teamwork there on the last 2 laps. I mean, from the very beginning, I was kind of sitting back, seeing what the field was going to do, whether it was going to be a wreck fest, which it turned out to be a little bit. But everything was happening up front, which was kind of crazy. Didn't see that one coming. But yeah, just teamwork, dude. David was telling me the whole time, I'm not coming off of you. And I saw that the bottom lane didn't really have a run coming up because it was only really the 2 guys. So we just decided to stick it to the middle, and if it worked, it worked. If it didn't, it didn't. Long time coming.
Yeah, it was, man. I'll tell you, just kind of not much to ask you tonight, because I'll tell you what, man, you were on it. It looked like you were a man on the mission, and you and Corbett as well. I mean, there's a couple of you guys I saw running up front most of the night, and I mean, you were not to be denied, man. Is that kind of just, you were just gripping it and ripping it tonight, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I've been on a mission, man. I don't know if y'all have noticed in the broadcast, I've been trying to, play up front a lot more here lately. Just getting tired of getting wrecked in the back. But yeah, I got tired of running second, third, fourth, and wanted to win. So we were pushing it hard.
Well, you got that win here tonight, man. And I'll tell you what, I'm almost positive you're signed up for the SummerSlam. And if you are, the big race is coming up here on Saturday and Sunday. And you could take some of this momentum. It's the same car, same track. And, go into Saturday's preliminaries. They're going to be a little bit smaller fields in the preliminaries than you see here tonight. But they're going to be pretty deep with a lot of really good drivers. Is your goal going to be the same? Get to the front, stay up front, and I'm assuming we're going to probably have a green flag stop or two, being that it is a 50-lap race. And, are you ready for that action? Are you nervous? Are you excited? Kind of tell us about that.
Nothing but excitement for it, man. I think I was like the 25th person to sign up, something like that. Just by asking you, after I paid for it. But a lot of build up to it, that's for sure. I've been enjoying all the races that y'all have been putting on to get, free entries and whatnot. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. That's a good cash pot, and I mean, week in, week out, we have a lot of good racers in here, so it's gonna be fun.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, this was a good way to start your week as you head into the SummerSlam this weekend. Man, great drive here from you tonight, and an awesome win. You're locked into the Dega Pro Championship race no matter what happens the rest of the way here, and you're going to be one of the favorites that night if you keep driving like this. But before we let you go, man, anyone you want to thank and or shout out?
Yeah, definitely all my teammates over at One Stop Motorsports. Owner Brian, he's awesome. Devin for all of his help too. Um, some of the people that I will give a shout out to is Landon's grandfather's going through surgery this week, so we actually kind of came together as a team right before this race and, said that if anybody got a win or if we cashed and got an interview, we were going to shout him out. So definitely a big shout out to him. He's in our thoughts and prayers. And yeah, for my wife, letting me come in week after week and spend that money.
That's awesome, man. Well, guess what, man? You got to go celebrate a big win here in the Dega Pro Little Guys Series week number 2. Hopefully come back and do it all over again next Monday night, bud. But until then, dude, you got a big race this weekend. Rest up, celebrate tonight, get back at it tomorrow, and we'll see you this weekend, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. Appreciate the broadcast, guys.
Yeah, no problem, man. All right, well, that was your race winner, Jared Haynes. A great race here tonight by him, and I'll tell you what, he's a very happy camper, and he's going to take a lot of momentum into this weekend SummerSlam 499 as he just entered his name into probably, the top, let's say, 20 drivers this week that have a great shot at winning it. There's a pretty deep field, but right now, the way he drove tonight, and I wouldn't doubt him not only making the prelim, but being super aggressive in that feature. And that's going to be a heck of a race, 500 miles around this Talladega Superspeedway as we see that 7 car burning them down one more time from earlier. Your race winner here tonight, Jared Haynes from Huntsville. And it was a great race here tonight, and as it always is here in the Dega Pro Little Guys Series, pleasure to call it on behalf of PGR eSports. We always want to thank John Ward. You're not only a race controller, but the Dega Pro Little Guys Series owner. Puts on a great showing every Monday night and a great event that John Ward does. You could also catch McCullough Motorsports, RMR, and PGR, obviously the 4 top promoters in the Super Speedway, Money Racing, and man, heck of a night, edge of my seat. I believe we're going to be racing tomorrow night for Ron Morris Racing. It won't be a Tuesday Night Thunder, but not a league race. It'll be an off-season race for him. Be at the same track with the same car, and we'll get ready for the SummerSlam this weekend. Not exactly sure what's going on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm sure there'll be a little bit of something for everybody from McCullough Motorsports, and who knows, maybe we'll throw up one last race to race your way into the SummerSlam for anybody that is looking for a sponsorship. We'll have to see, but it was a great night here tonight. Looking forward to calling the rest of the season with you guys as we have concluded with Jared Haynes, David Flanagan, Logan York, your podium finishers here tonight. And for myself, Michael Triscaro here at PGR eSports. Don't forget to go to pgresports.com, sign up for the SummerSlam 499. Just had a couple entries come on in at the end of this race. We look forward to seeing you guys this weekend for the summer's biggest race. Till then, enjoy your week.